Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful world. Welcome back to my channel. I am Ashlee Renise, and today's video is a little different. I wanted to share an excerpt from the book, The Mountain Is You. And this excerpt is titled Intuitive Nudges versus Intrusive Thoughts. And the reason I wanted to share it was because oftentimes our gut feeling and fear feels so similar, and we get paralyzed because we don't know if this is fear or if this is just our gut speaking to us and telling us to move. And I feel like the way the author differentiates the two makes it so much clearer and a lot easier to understand. And I feel like this can help us when we are trying to move forward and we have these feelings. This can definitely help us to differentiate whether this is an intrusive thought that is stemming from fear or it's an intuitive thought and it's our mind and our body speaking to us, telling us to move. So here it goes. When you start listening to yourself, you might find it hard to tell the difference between thoughts that are helpful and intuitive and thoughts that are damaging and intrusive. They both function similarly. They are immediate, reactive, and offer some kind of previously unseen insight, and yet they function so completely differently in practice. This is how to start telling the difference between thoughts that are informed by your intuition and thoughts that are informed by fear. Intuitive thoughts are calm. Intruding thoughts are hectic and fear-inducing. Intuitive thoughts are rational. They have a degree of sense. Intruding thoughts are irrational and often stem from aggrandizing a situation or jumping to the worst possible conclusion. Intuitive thoughts help you in the present. They give you information that you need to make a better informed decision. Intruding thoughts are often random and have nothing to do with what's going on in the moment. Intuitive thoughts are quiet. Intruding thoughts are loud, which makes one harder to hear than the other. Intuitive thoughts usually come to you once, maybe twice, and they induce a feeling of understanding. Intruding thoughts tend to be persistent and induce a feeling of panic. Intuitive thoughts often sound loving, while invasive thoughts sound scared. Intuitive thoughts usually come out of nowhere. Invasive thoughts are usually triggered by external stimuli. Intuitive thoughts don't need to be grappled with. You have them and then you let them go. Invasive thoughts begin a whole spiral of ideas and fears, making it impossible to stop thinking about them. Even when an intuitive thought doesn't tell you something you like, it never makes you feel panicked. Even if you experience sadness or disappointment, you don't feel overwhelmingly anxious. Panic is the emotion you experience when you don't know what to do with a feeling. It is what happens when you have an invasive thought. Intuitive thoughts open your mind to other possibilities. Invasive thoughts close your heart and make you feel stuck or condemned. Intuitive thoughts come from the perspective of your best self. Invasive thoughts come from the perspective of your most fearful, small self. Intuitive thoughts solve problems. Invasive thoughts create them. Intuitive thoughts help you help others. Invasive thoughts tend to create a me versus them mentality. Intuitive thoughts help you understand what you're thinking and feeling. Invasive thoughts assume what other people are thinking and feeling. Intuitive thoughts are rational. Invasive thoughts are irrational. Intuitive thoughts come from a deeper place within you and give you a resounding feeling deep in your gut. Invasive thoughts keep you stuck in your head and give you a panicked feeling. Intuitive thoughts show you how to respond. Invasive thoughts demand that you react. So I know this was a super short reading, but I do hope that it provided you with some clarity on the feelings that you've been feeling. And if you use these guidelines, I feel like you would be so much more empowered to make decisions and to know when a thought is intrusive versus when it's intuitive. When a thought is coming from fear and panic versus when a thought is just your body speaking to you, your mind speaking to your deeper self, your best self speaking to you. And one thing that I wanted to note was that your intuitive thoughts may not always be nice thoughts, right? It may not always be thoughts that make you feel warm and fuzzy and soft inside. It may be thoughts, guiding you or steering you in another direction than where you wanted to go, but you'll always feel a sense of calm and just a sense of surety with intuitive thoughts, even when it's not, telling you to do what you really want to do. So I hope this helps. I know when I read it, I was blown away. I was like, wow, you were correct. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little reading. And have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you in the next video, or you'll hear me in the next video. Bye, guys.